Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Putin, the bad guy, the evil guy, he just had a little speech in front of a full stadium in Moscow before a concert, supporting the troops and celebrating something over there. Anyway, the reason why I picked this article is just to show you how this evil man was not booed or he just said his own thing over there and he left. And then the mass media, obviously here in the free world, in the good, where we are the good people, analyzed that speech and the whole situation as being staged, and those people being threatened. And I gotta tell you that a lot of people think that Russia is still under the Georgian Stalin, and they think that's the same as it used to be in the communist times. But I don't know if you can make 80-some thousand, more than 80,000 people join this event. I have a video of Putin over there. I have a video, and I have some videos. I have some pictures with a stadium to show you a little bit. This guy who has an approval rating of around 80, sometimes 82, sometimes 79, for his crimes that he commits in Ukraine, versus Biden, who barely can climb the Air Force One in Poland, falling on his face. It's embarrassing. But hey, about 5 days ago, the White House medics determined, by assessing his medical fitness, that Biden continues to be fit for office. So let's go and see this little article here. And I'm going to start with, this is from Ukrainska Pravda, so I will use a video provided by Ukrainska Pravda. I'm not going to use the whole video, just a little bit. And this is what they report. During speech at Luzhniki, Putin recalls our father prayers and states that battles are ongoing. Okay, well, all those guys over there that you see, they were somehow made by Putin to come over there with a gulag threat. So let's go to the video here. I hope it goes straight to it. It went to for me. Let's see. Just look at the people. I'm not really interested in Putin and whatever he says here. Well, they looked compelled to do that, right? Otherwise they get shot by the secret services, I guess, right? Anyway, so this is this. Let me show you the stadium, which has a total capacity of 80,000 people, makes it the largest football stadium in Russia and the 9th largest stadium in Europe. Well, these people, and this is it. Beautiful stadium. Anyway, so this was, as you saw, people full of it, and right here in the beach. There are many pictures, obviously, beautiful, perfect, and I mean, it's great, and different. Anyway, so these guys are somewhere during Stalin's times, I guess. So let's read this article and see what these guys say about it. So on the 22nd February, Vladimir Putin, the president of Russia, stated that Russia occupiers were fighting on historic front line and are fighting heroically. But he did not specify where exactly this took place. In your country, Ukraine? Okay. Putin giving a speech at a rally concert in Luzhniki on the occasion of Defender of the Fatherland Day and on the eve of the anniversary of the full-scale invasion of Ukraine. And I'm not going to read whatever he says here. I'm just go to what these guys are saying, because after the anthem of the Russian Federation, Putin offered to shout cheers for the unity of the Russian people from the way the Russian director waved the microphone. Dictator, I'm sorry, not director, but you never know nowadays. It was clear that he was waiting for 3 cheers, but the stadium screamed only once. Okay, all right, does it matter? All right, anyway, then Putin suggested to shout the word Russia and left with this shout thundering in the background. Well, and then an anti-aircraft system has been spotted across from the Luzhniki Stadium in Russia, where thousands of people with Russian flags gathered for a concert on the 22nd February, waiting for Putin. What did you expect him to go over there naked? Or what? I'm pretty sure a lot of countries knew that he's going to be there at that particular time. Kirill Budanov, head of the Chief Intelligence Directorate of the Ministry of Defense of Ukraine, has said that Russia's expected big offensive is already ongoing, but it is of very poor quality. Now, these guys have to really make up their mind, because they say it started, but on the other hand, I made some one video maybe 2 days ago when the Ukrainians stated, no, now that it's coming on the 24th or 25th. Why? Because they're bringing more troops. They have, I don't know, they said 19 battalions. So they increased their capacity from 16 battalions on the Donetsk, Luhansk to 19 battalions. So they're ready. They're not yet prepared to attack, but the offensive is ongoing. I think this is a pre-offensive. You know, how you prepare a massage first and then you get the real thing. So the same here. I think it's just the pre-massage, offensive. Regarding that, believe me that if any other leader would be under the same circumstances, would do this, would put air defense systems around, and it's not that one that these guys saw. Probably they were all over. I mean, before in front of Moscow, around Moscow, which I'm pretty sure there are a lot of them over there, inside of the city, and over there, obviously. What did you expect? I mean, did you expect him to show up like what, Tom Jones with his chest out or something? But anyway, it's understandable why these guys would look this way at things. I remember when Putin came in front of the another stadium. I think it was in the February or March or something like this. It was early, and again, I think it was on the same stadium, and he held a little speech over there, but not for him. I think it was for the whole, whatever was after that, the event. And the same things, Putin compelled people to be over there. I remember it was a BBC guy. I can't remember. He was a weasel. I knew him very much from. He's a British citizen, and he was working as a correspondent of BBC in Russia. He's Jewish, and I don't know, he's like 60-some. Maybe you know him. I can't remember his name, but it doesn't matter. You find him. And he had an interview with Lavrov, where Lavrov said, "I don't care about your eyes," or something like that. You can look online on YouTube. When he was asked, don't you think how we are seeing your actions? And Lavrov, it's about 25 minutes, the whole interview. So that guy with white hair, bald a little bit. Anyway, you can't miss him. So again, that guy was interviewing people on the street, going to the stadium, and none of them said, well, and over there in the BBC, I covered that little weasel article when it happened. They were saying that a lot of people were compelled, they were made mandatory to go over there, and they had to go, like the Stalin's time. And this guy was interviewing people, and a lot of them did not want to talk to them because they were afraid. No, they knew probably who you were, and they didn't want to talk to you. Anyway, so and some people simply don't want to talk with the media. Who knows? Maybe some of them were afraid that Putin is going to come overnight and do a Haragoshi or something and knock them out. Anyway, this is it with this evil guy in the middle of his people, and that would make them all criminals over there by association if you use the Old Testament. They're already guilty because they voted for this guy, and he's a dictator, and he has an approval rating so high compared with all the how to call them, good people, good leaders of the free world, which are in the 30s, 20s, and Biden is at 41, which is a record. The communist Trudeau, supposedly it's only at 39, which I think is much lower. I mean, I covered that yesterday and the day before with all this approval ratings of these real people. So they lead not having majority. So get the fuck out, basically. You know what I mean? You don't have majority, that means you're doing a poor job. That's not why we voted for him, right? Right. Then get out. No, no. Democracy doesn't work that way. He's gonna stay there until the end of the mandate, and he's gonna wreck the country that we need about 50 generations to build back if we start exactly after him and we try to build it. Democracy. That's why Plato / Socrates were not fond of it, because it's about talking about promises, and then while you get over there, you stay there like a cat. Don't let it go. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.